How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to another Battlefield 4 weapon review. Today we're going to take a look at the ACW-R, otherwise known as the Remington or Bushmaster Adaptive Combat Rifle. Since it was introduced to Battlefield 3 as part of the Close Quarters DLC, it's been a fan favourite, and it's one that's certainly at the top of my own weapon selections from BF4. This is the weapon that I've actually got the most kills with so far in my BF4 career. It's the weapon I kind of use to rank up the different kits, with it being a carbine and selectable for your assault, recon, support and engineer kits. This is great since it allows you to play the other roles such as support or recon without having to be limited to using either an LMG, a sniper rifle or one of the short range PDWs as per Battlefield 3. Instead we've got these carbines which are much more competitive, reaching out to medium to long ranges, and I actually think that some of the carbines are amongst the best weapons in the game. So let's get started with this little review of the ACW-R and start off as always with the damage figures. The damage rating for this weapon comes in at the typical figures for the carbines at 25, dropping off to 15 or 15.4 to be exact, but that 0.4 doesn't really make any difference to the overall shots to kill, which calculates at 4 to 7, which is one behind the assault rifles in terms of long range ability. There is the ACE-52 CQB, which is kind of the SCAR H of the carbines. This weapon deals much higher damage, which kind of lowers the values and all the rest of the weapons, but 25 to 15.4 or 4 to 7 shots to kill is the carbine standard. One of the ACR's outstanding features is rate of fire. 880 rounds per minute is the fastest out of the whole category, and this is one of the reasons that makes me really favour this weapon over the other choices. In a game where it often seems to take quite a few shots to kill because of the slightly lower damage and the effects of suppression, recoil and accuracy, having a faster rate of fire often helps you land multiple shots on target in quicker succession, which can help even with your long range gunfights. A fast rate of fire also obviously benefits your close range encounters. Being able to spew out bullets super fast is a great way to take out enemies who are in your face. And while the carbines aren't a weapon that you're going to be tackling targets at super long range, the muzzle velocity comes out at a pretty average 500 meters per second. I guess one of the drawbacks of having a fast fire rate is that it results in quite high recoil. The ACR is not the highest recoiling carbine, but it's one of the more wild members of the pack with quite a heavy vertical kick. If you just pin the trigger, you're going to be shooting about 5 meters off target in less than a second, but one of the benefits of a fast fire rate is that under controlled fire, you can get those shots out in a much tighter spread. Plus this weapon becomes extremely more reliable once you equip some of those recoil taming attachments. I seem to find that the muzzle brake plus the potato or stubby grip really helped out. The muzzle brake obviously decreases that vertical recoil, while the stubby grip or the potato grip gives you that 15% reduction in recoil under automatic fire. I did find that this type of grip did help a lot more than the angled grip or the folding grip, which reduces your first shot recoil by much more at 33%, but with a weapon that's got a high fire rate, you're going to find that you fire out multiple shots with each pull of the trigger, even under controlled burst firing. So while it can be controlled with the help of accessories and attachments, there are some weapons in the carbine category which as standard have much lower recoil values, so overall it gets a 2 out of 5. The ACR's magazine capacity is pretty standard at 30 rounds. The ACE-21 gets a few extra at 35, but at least it's not as low as the ACE-52 at 25, which is how this weapon was set up back in BF3. But one of the stats that's really crucial for a high fire rate weapon is a fast reload time. You're going to easily burn through a magazine in 1 or 2 gunfights, so being able to quickly replenish that magazine is really important, and thankfully this weapon comes out on top in terms of reload times, with a 1.8 second reload or 2.3 from totally empty. There are other weapons such as the FAMAS and the AAK which come along with nice high fire rates, but they're always let down with long reload times, so you're always stuck after every gunfight waiting for your character to finally replace that magazine. So taking all these stats into account, the ACW-R in Battlefield 4 gets my overall rating of 4 out of 5. I was tempted to give it the full 5 out of 5 with it being my most used weapon that secured me the highest number of kills, but when you look at these statistics you can see that there are some drawbacks, namely the high recoil. But while this weapon is one of my favourites at the moment, I've been experimenting with some of the other carbines, and the SG553 and the G36C are 2 weapons that could potentially take its spot in my top weapons list. But as always, feel free to leave your rating down in the comments, and if you enjoyed my video, liked any of the clips or learnt anything new, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up just to help spread the word and send a few eyeballs over to my videos. If you've just found my video through YouTube search, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stick around for plenty more of these Battlefield 4 weapon reviews. I've got a pretty cool loadout that I'm working on that features the ACR, so stay tuned for that one. Otherwise, thanks for watching, I'll catch you all later.